Hey everybody, it's a Walker. So what are we doing today? Well, today we're doing an in-camp review of the Armytek Elf C2. Let's take a look at this. The Elf C2 shares many characteristics with the Wizard. There are some differences though. It does have the newer O-ring system. I think that's an O-ring to hold in the headlamp and make it a little tighter in the harness. This has worked out very well. The headband, there's the older Wizard, is improved. The material is a bit more rigid to prevent the harness from sliding. The buckles are larger. Of course, there's the already mentioned O-ring. The new Wizard has the exact same headband. The headlamp has a USB charging point right there. For USB charging. We'll be testing that out during the testing phase. Has the same cooling fins as the newer Wizard. There's a magnetic tail cap right there. Whoa, it's a strong magnet. It's a very strong magnet. I believe this is how this goes on. This is a little, like a lanyard system, which I kind of like. I'm big into the whole lanyard carry. And if this is used as a flashlight, this free spins here. So for a handheld flashlight, this is a very nice addition. There's a breakaway too. This could really help you out, especially you're out in the woods. You fall, this gets hung up on in between two rocks, in between like two maple branches or something like that. You could be in trouble. You could break your wrist or worse. So I'm kind of happy for the breakaway. I'd rather drop the light than drop a limb. It has that Armytek anodizing that I really like. There's Firefly 1. That's Firefly 2. Main 1. Main 2. Main 3. It's pretty bright. Use this headlamp to set up that entire camp. Turbo. Then it drops back to main 1. You can cycle through the main modes. Do the Firefly modes back. Turn it off. Click and hold. And you can also cycle through by simply pressing. Double click for the turbo. So for example, I think that's main mode 2. Double click brings you to turbo. Double click brings you right back down to the previous mode. Turn off. Turn on. It has a memory, so it'll go back to the last mode. Lights flashing green, showing the battery is good. Nice, easy bump to turbo. I like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change the battery in the dark. I've already done this. This is one pro to having a headlamp with a single battery. I can feel where the right terminal is. This is flashing red. This is the battery that I already used up in a couple outings. See, it doesn't really go into turbo anymore. It's running out of power. Can't quite make it to the upper modes anymore. Can't make it to main 3. But the light's not just simply turning off. I have plenty of warning by the operation of the light. So this light won't leave you in the dark. It's one thing that you really don't want, especially if you're in the woods. It also has a double flash as a warning. Oh, almost forgot my really what is my favorite feature of just about any light, lockout. The light doesn't have lockout, physical lockout. I pretty much don't pack it if I can avoid it. And the reason being, it doesn't take much for something to turn on in your pack. So locked out, locked out. Comes with this Armytek battery. I believe this is 3,200 milliamp hours. I've tested these batteries and I believe their ratings. It can take other batteries as well. I have in here a Keep Power 3,500 milliamp 18650 battery. This battery is longer than this battery. Nice spring on that tail cap. I really like that. And it's flat, so it won't dig into it won't gouge into your battery, which is really nice. Nice, robust tail cap. And it's not a battery gouger. That's what a pet peeve of mine with some lights. Tail caps just rip into my rechargeable batteries. Double O-rings. Yeah. We'll be putting those to the test. Dunk test of the C2. We've got some pretty fast moving water here. Seems okay. Here is the 4 a.m. Appalachian Trail privy test, but I don't think anybody wants to see this one. Firefly number 2. Pretty good. Finding stuff. In the shelter. For using less battery power. Main 1. It's good for inside the shelter as well. From working with the edge tools. Or if I just want more light. That's what I use in camp. Just taking the headlamp out for a late night street jog. Got the pack, got the headlamp. Let's go. That's why I wear the reflectant vest. Silly color hat. I like the easy jump to turbo, then back again. It's a nice night. I don't know if a pothole in a dirt road is actually a pothole. Did a great job on the dirt roads and on the streets. Armytek headlamp, excellent beam pattern. Very nice. I gotta pack all this up. One of those things, when I review a headlamp or something like that, I use it for a bit. Doing stuff that I often do. It's dark. This is quite a mess to pack up. So we'll use the headlamp, put it on nice and bright, so I don't miss any of my gear. You look at something like this, under the snow, cost me, gosh, like 60 bucks to replace a titanium kettle. So I'm gonna pack all this up. Imagine trying to do that with a flashlight as opposed to a headlamp. Take all that apart. So I'm gonna pack all this up, then we are gonna hike out using the headlamp. Oh, wow. That's a tall, tall tree. A lot of chances here for mechanical injury as I'm doing this kind of stuff. It's for an upcoming review. There you can see the value of hands-free. And all this stuff, be easy to lose it. And there is nobody coming down here, you know? There may not have been anybody down this spot for the entire winter, except for myself. So it's kind of important to have a reliable headlamp when you're doing stuff like this. It's part of how I evaluate these things, doing this YouTube stuff. This is M3. It's awesome. Turbo mode. Very nice, very nice. Once again, I'm packing on up, heading on out. .5 volts by 0.51 amps from a power bank. 2,853 milliamp hours for 6 hours and 45 minutes. That's exactly what I would expect for a battery of that stated capacity, given all the variables involved in charging. And of course, once it hit the full, it stopped charging and the light turned green. Yep, there it goes. It just turned green right now. Let's see how well the headlamp solar charges. Solar charges at half an amp. Solar charging potential is good. That's an ultralight 7-watt panel and is charging at the same rate as it would with a power bank. No charge errors. The Armytek Elf C2 passed all the testing, so we're giving it a thumbs up. If you like what you've seen, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and as always, thanks for watching.